Hey, it's Mina, and this video is all about who you're going to marry. We'll start off by describing the person you're going to marry by using the cards and the astro dice to get an idea of what sun, moon, and rising sign they might have. Then we'll use the pendulum to see what they're going to look like, what their hair and eye color is. Then we're going to talk about what's going to be going on in your life when you meet them and what things you need to unblock in your life currently to open up your heart and be ready to receive them. Lastly, we'll look at what you guys are going to tend to argue about as a couple and how to remedy those things together, as well as what fuels the fire of your passionate relationship. Say you're already married. That's no big deal. Go ahead and pick a pile anyways, and then comment down below on if I got your partner right. Remember, it's totally fine if you feel drawn to picking more than one pile. That just means that bits and pieces of each pile are going to be mixed together to give you your unique spouse. Keep in mind that this is just a general reading. If you'd like a more personal reading, you can go to my website at www.minanixtarot.com and I can tune directly into your energies. And I love to do relationship spreads for people. I find them so interesting. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. On your out breath, release any expectations of the person you'll marry. And when you open your eyes, I want you to let spirit guide you to the pile that you feel most drawn to. You can choose the tiger's eye, the red jasper, the blue quartz, the rose quartz, snowflake obsidian, or the quartz. Remember, you can pause this video for as long as you need to think about the correct choice, or if you need to take a minute to meditate on the correct answer, and use the description box below for the timestamp of your exact pile. I'll see you there. Hey, group number one, if you chose the tiger's eye, then this is your reading. I'm going to start out by rolling the astro dice to see what your spouse's sun, moon, and rising sign might be. So we have the 8th house, which is Scorpio, and Saturn, which is ruled by Capricorn, as well as Pisces. So their sun, moon, and rising are going to be Scorpio, Capricorn, or Pisces. Some kind of combination of that is what you're looking for. So let's talk about who they are as a person. The 8 of Pentacles. Your spouse is going to be very passionate about their work and really enjoy working. They love to learn the entire process of how to do something from beginning to end. And they're a very curious person. They're also quite detail oriented. They feel the most fulfilled when they're solving problems. So what are they going to look like? This is eye color, either brown, dark brown, gray, hazel, green, or blue eyes. Let's see. They'll have blue eyes, and let's see what their hair color is going to be. So their natural hair is either going to be red, black, blonde, gray, dark brown, or brown. So blue eyes and blonde hair for what they look like. What they love about you, the firefly. You're so full of great ideas. And because they're such a curious person, they really like to dive into everything that you're talking about and hash it out with you. You're very persuasive with a pen and also creative. You inspire them to do the things that they love to do, and they love doing the things that they love to do with you. What do you need to unblock in your life before you can meet them? Well, first of all, when you meet them, you're going to be the 9 of Swords reversed, which basically you're kind of in a deep and dark place in this time, and it's hard to be ready to accept any true love into your heart when you're feeling so much remorse and regret for the past. Please don't give up, because you can change things around you. You can crawl out of these negative emotions. just reach out for help if you're ever feeling drawn to it, because you've definitely got someone waiting to be your soulmate out there. Another thing that might help to work on is going with the flow. This oracle card talks about how things in romance might have not been going the way that you were hoping they were going to go. You sort of had a plan for how you wanted your life to lay out, and that plan is just not happening. You can have whatever you want in the context of divine timing. So just because it's not working out now doesn't mean it's not going to work out later. You may just have to learn a few lessons before the universe is really ready to give you that thing. So what will you guys argue about? The Emperor. Your biggest fights are going to be about your expectations that you have over your children. Each of you have different ideas about what they should be required to do. They are older than you, so I think that this is just like a generational thing. You're seeing children in a different light because you're from slightly different generations. And so that's going to be the biggest argument that you have. But what keeps your relationship going is the Ten of Cups reversed. Incorporating non-traditional elements into your relationship will mix things up and keep them exciting. Both of you have come from dysfunctional family settings, so you're going to need to make sure that you are seeking out counseling to help out with some of your communication issues. I have a feeling that each of you and both of your families have had some sort of dysfunctional ways of communicating needs and wants, and you're going to need to seek out professional help to work through some of those things together. These are all the messages I'm getting for you, group number 1. If this resonates with you, go ahead and like the video. Comment down below if you are already married and if this matches up with your partner, or let me know what things you're excited about for the person that you're going to marry. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more pick a card videos as well as monthly horoscope readings, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, group number 2, if you picked the red jasper, then this reading is for you. I'm going to actually go ahead and start out by rolling the astro dice here so we can figure out what your future spouse's sun, moon, or rising sign might be. All right, we have the 3rd house, which is ruled by Gemini, the Pisces sign, and south node. So this could mean for some reason they're wanting to bring up that their south node could be Pisces or Gemini. If their south node is Pisces or Gemini, they're supposed to be moving towards a more Virgo way of life. So they should be learning how to get more serious about life, learning how to build a work ethic in this lifetime. If it is Gemini, then they would be moving more towards a Sagittarius type of lifestyle of travel, growing, and abundance. So this can kind of give you an idea of what their life purpose is going to be, which I think is really valuable and very interesting for Spirit to want to reveal that to you. It could also mean that their sun and rising sign is going to be Gemini and Pisces. Keep that in mind as well. What are they going to be like? Let's start out by looking at a card. Strength, reversed. They're feeling kind of vulnerable when you meet them, which is kind of strange because I feel like they have a lot of strength hidden inside of them. They're just really being held down by someone else. There's someone else telling them that they're not worthy or that they shouldn't believe in themselves in some way. And they have a lot of passion and capability inside of them, though. I think you're going to be the key to kind of like letting them realize they are a very capable, wonderful human being. Let's go ahead and see what they're going to look like by using the pendulum. We're going to start out by figuring out what their eye color will be. The choices are dark brown, brown, blue, green, hazel, and gray. So they're going to have brown eyes, and let's see what hair color they'll have. So they can either have red, gray, blonde, black, brown, or dark brown hair. So they have blonde hair. When are you going to meet them in your life? The Ten of Swords. You're going to meet them after a complete collapse has happened in your life. Things have been burnt down so that you can grow new life in place of those things. There were just so many things that weren't serving you, and Spirit just decided it was time for a reset. So get ready for a bit of a tower moment, because I do think it's coming your way. Good news is that you're going to meet your soulmate out of all of it. You're going to finally be prepared to have that soulmate type of connection after those things occur. How do they feel about you, the buffalo? You are their stability, and you ground them, and you let them realize how important they are in this world. You kind of release that inner strength that they have. I understand now why you're going to have this tower moment, because you're going to come out of this so strong yourself, and with a new understanding of the universe itself, that you're going to be this completely trustworthy, restorative force in their life that makes them believe in humanity again and makes them really believe in what they're capable of. What do you need to unblock in order to meet them? Listen to others. Something that can help is learning to truly listen to others now. It's difficult for you as you tend to form strong, unchangeable opinions. So try to make an active choice to listen more than speaking. When someone else is talking to you, stop focusing on what you're going to say next and think about what they're saying and what the root meaning behind that might be. It's okay to ask people you love for advice, and try to really listen to their advice and not think about the ways it could go wrong when you hear it. Not to be overly critical, but it seems like from time to time when someone gives you advice, it's almost like you don't want to fix it. You just sort of want to live in this place where things aren't working out for you. So be open to other people's ideas. They might just have the right solution for you. What are you guys going to argue about as a couple? The Nine of Cups reversed. It's going to be difficult to keep things fresh and interesting. I would commit to a date night once a week with an exciting activity added each week. Relationships are not like happily ever after long term. They require this constant conscious choice daily to be there for one another and to show up. And it's a really good thing that you both have been through some stuff, because I think you're going to be really strong as a couple in the face of crisis. And I think you're going to be looking at all of these small relationship issues as things that are easily fixed. I'm quite excited to see what you guys do. As far as what keeps the passion alive in your relationship, the Six of Pentacles reversed, you guys will struggle to figure out how one another like to give and receive love. One of you is going to be more giving, and one of you is going to be doing the majority of the taking. And a lot of your arguments in the beginning are going to revolve around that issue. And even later in the relationship, it might cycle back to who's giving more than who's taking. Relationships are all about balance in that way. So even though someone's not giving exactly to you what you're giving to them, it doesn't mean they're not giving in their own way. Please take note that this is a common relationship problem, and it can be fixed when both people are committed to making things run smoothly. However, giving and receiving in small ways throughout the day is what really is going to get that engine revving for you guys. Doing those small things, it seems to be more important to you than grand, huge gestures. These are all the messages I have for you guys, group number 2. If this reading resonates with you, give this video a like. Comment down below on the little things that you like to do for others throughout the day to make their day better. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more card videos as well as monthly horoscope readings, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Group number 3, if you chose the blue granite, then this is your message on who you will marry. I'm going to start out this one by rolling the astro dice to get a sense of what your spouse's sun, moon, or rising sign might be. We've got Capricorn, the third house, which is ruled by Gemini, and Venus, which is ruled by Taurus and Libra. So they're either going to be a Taurus, Libra, Gemini, or Capricorn sun, moon, or rising sign, or some kind of combination of all of those things. The first card here is going to tell us what they act like. The Four of Wands reversed. They naturally fear failure, and they're very driven because of that. They will have already been through a divorce when you meet them, which kind of fuels this need to achieve to make up for what they perceive as a failed romance. Definitely an Enneagram type 1 type of personality, if you know what that means. If not, look it up. The Enneagram test is pretty cool, and it actually correlates with astrology in a lot of ways, which would support the idea of them being a Gemini, because Gemini would be affiliated with that Enneagram 1 type. Let's talk about what they might look like. We'll use the pendulum to see what color hair they're going to have as well as their eye color. They're going to have gray hair when you meet them. Let's see about their eye color. Gray hair and green eyes. That's going to be a very striking combination. I can already tell. So what do they love about you, the peacock? While you are very beautiful to them, what they really enjoy is your very compassionate, beautiful heart. You've learned to accept others so much more quickly than you've learned to accept yourself. And I think they're going to be a big help in the way of letting you know that you are perfect and lovely in everything that they want. But what's your life going to look like when you first meet them? Judgment reversed. You have this tendency to judge yourself and others critically, but when you are finally overcoming this need to force perfection onto everything, once you've taken the reins of your issues, that's when you're going to meet them. I think you're going to bond over this mutual excitement for gaining some confidence. They really need to gain confidence in the fact that they're not a failure, and you really need to gain confidence with the fact that you just can control everything about life, and you're going to sort of bond over similar things. You both feel very earth air sign to me, some combination of that. What do you need to unblock before you can really open up your heart and receive them? Collaborating with others. You prefer to work alone. The saying two heads are better than one is actually true in this case. You need to learn to compromise, not your morals or standards, but just realize that other people's ideas are also valid. It doesn't mean that you can't speak your truth as well. It's just not about who's getting their way, but the co-creation together. That's important. That's what's going to propel you forward. Try starting with small things like asking for help when you need it and actually let those people help you. That's very hard. Asking for help and letting people help is like two separate battles, right? And then you can work on getting your family or friend group involved in some kind of all collaborative type of vacation or activity, something of that nature. I think that'll really broaden your horizons there. So what's the thing that you guys are most likely to argue about as a couple? The Four of Cups reversed. Both of you enjoy solitude, and so many of the arguments are going to be due to aggravation that you have to lose some of that alone time. You're both very hardworking, though, and I know that you're going to work out little ways to get your time alone. So don't stress out about it. This is something with two, people with level heads on their shoulders. They're easily going to be able to figure this situation out. There's just going to be like this moment of tension when you first start living together, like you're sort of giving up this part of your independence that you're not quite ready for, if that's making any sense. What keeps the fires burning in your relationship? The Four of Swords. I just want to mention that there are a lot of fours in this reading: Four of Wands, Four of Cups, and Four of Swords. When we see fours, it basically means that things are feeling bleak, but actually they're blessings in disguise. So when you first get together, it may seem like, ugh, this isn't going to work out. This is never going anywhere. But in reality, this is actually the person that you've been waiting to be with for your whole life. Back to the Four of Swords specifically here, you guys really feel restoration during trips together. Running away from the world for a bit is really what recharges your battery as people and also as a couple. So I would urge you guys to make sure that you're taking frequent trips throughout the year together, because that's really going to be what turns both of you guys on and gets you back on the same page. These are all the messages I have for you, group number 3. If this resonates with you, go ahead and like this video. Comment down below on where you'd like to travel with your future spouse. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more pick a card videos as well as monthly horoscope readings, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, group number 4, if you chose the rose quartz, then this is who you will marry. We're going to start off by rolling the astro dice to figure out what your future spouse's sun, moon, or rising sign could be. So we got Taurus, the first house, which is ruled by Aries, and Saturn, which is ruled by Capricorn. So Aries, Capricorn, or Taurus energy in your spouse's sun, moon, and rising, or just prevalent energies in their birth chart in general. So what are they going to be like? The Three of Pentacles reversed. They love fun and they bring the party everywhere that they go. They sometimes struggle to learn new things and enjoy things that stay the same way that they are. So definitely that Taurus energy is coming out again. They can be a good time, but they also come off as a bit immature when you first meet them, which a lot of Aries that I've met have first presented as kind of immature. But it's just because they have sort of this like light loving spirit when you first meet them. So let's dive deeper into it. When are you going to meet them in your life? The Five of Cups reversed. They become a prominent part of your life when you're finally willing to come to terms with some past sorrows. I want to say you meet them while finally cutting loose again, and they sort of shake up your world and bring you out of your state of darkness. How do they feel about you, the Lamb? They love how shy and deep you are. It's really attractive to them. You don't speak up much in a crowd, but when you do, it's quite profound. You will teach them that it's okay to sit still in silence, and you have this undeniable honesty that makes them feel really safe and secure with you. What do you need to unblock to allow them to come into your life? Be grateful. Learning to be grateful is what you need to do in order to have an open heart that's ready for love. Remember that even though you don't have all that you've wished right now, there's still so much that the universe has given you and so much you can use to build on in the future. What are you guys going to argue about in your relationship? The Six of Cups reversed. One of you is going to be much quicker to want to move on to more adult parts of life, marriage, children, buying a house, and the other one is going to be more apt to want to do things the same way and never change things up. They're kind of like, hey, this is working for us, and if it's not broken, let's not fix it. That's kind of the mentality they take on, and you're kind of sitting there like, actually, I'd like to move on to the next phase of our relationship and keep building things. It's going to be a pretty drawn out argument, but it will result in marriage, and I think it's going to be quite a happy, fulfilling relationship for the both of you. So don't stress about it too much. What's going to keep the passion burning in your relationship? The Queen of Swords. It's not huge public displays of affection that really get the two of you excited, but the affection and generosity the two of you show each other behind closed doors. Conversations about anything intellectual always leads to a fun night at the end. So, ooh, that's exciting. Let's spin the pendulum here to see about their eye and hair color, starting with their hair color. The choices are red, black, blonde, gray, dark brown, and brown. So they have brown hair, and let's see what eye color they have. The choices are brown, blue, dark brown, gray, hazel, and green. Ooh, take two. It's taken a long time to make up its mind. All right, they have blue eyes. So brown hair and blue eyes. These are all the messages I have for you, group number 4. If this video resonates with you, go ahead and give it a like. Comment down below on what you're grateful for in your life, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like more pick a card videos, as well as monthly horoscope readings. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, group number 5, if you chose the Snowflake Obsidian, then this reading is for you. We're actually going to start off by rolling the Astro Dice to see what sun, moon, and rising sign your future spouse might have. So you've got Scorpio, North Node, and the 11th house, which is Aquarius. This could mean that their North Node is going to be Aquarius or Scorpio. And so basically, Spirit is just letting you know what their life purpose is going to be. If their North Node is Scorpio, their life purpose is going to be kind of like a huge soul transformation. They're going to learn how to stop holding on to things that don't serve them anymore. That's the process that life is trying to teach them. If their North Node is Aquarius, Then they're here to help move us into the future dimension. So they have some really important work here on Earth, and you might find them in more of a social work or interested in social issues more. They also are going to be very interested in technology and the ways technology can help us grow as a human race. This could also mean that Aquarius and Scorpio are in their sun or rising sign. It's a general reading again, so we're kind of going to get some mixed results here. But let's describe them first by describing their personality. The Three of Wands reversed. Your spouse is a bit of a homebody and they like to play it safe. They have a rational head on their shoulders, so Aquarius is a good bet there. And they've acquired it from falling down a bit too much after taking risks. They seem to have built a system around them that keeps them feeling safe, and you might be required to tear down some of their walls when you're first meeting. Let's describe what they might look like next. So we're going to start off by their eye color: dark brown, gray, hazel green, blue, and brown. They have gray eyes. And let's spin the pendulum to see what hair color they have. So the choices are black, brown, gray, red, or blonde hair. They have black hair and gray eyes. Ooh, that's a really cool combination. All right, when are you going to meet them in your life? The Seven of Pentacles reversed. You're learning how to balance out your work and home life when you meet them. Honestly, you just really don't have time for someone currently in your life with all the things you have going on day to day. Be sure that all your work is actually paying off. Once you've learned to work smarter and not harder, you'll start to notice them as more of a prospect. I kind of have a feeling that you sort of know them a bit. Maybe they even work with you potentially. How do they feel about you, the dragonfly? They honestly just think you're magic. I mean, when they meet you, they just think you're magical, the way you get stuff done, the way you accomplish so much. They really admire your racing mind, that you're very quick-witted, and they love to hear you talk about what makes you passionate. They could listen to you for hours. What do you need to unblock in order to open up your heart for them? Reach your goals. Yeah, goals are really important to you. So you need to prioritize your goals. I get the feeling that you're working really, really hard to accomplish something that just doesn't really fit into your passions anymore. So take some time to look at what will best serve you and then pursue that thing. Decide if what you're going after is really something that you even need in your life anymore. That's going to be the way to unblock your solar plexus chakra, which is what's kind of blocking your energy flow to getting all the way up to your heart chakra. It'll give you the confidence to approach a relationship again. So what will you guys mostly argue about in your relationship? The Nine of Pentacles reversed. You kind of have different opinions on how to earn what's rightfully yours. You believe in hard work and perseverance, but they feel like good luck and abundance will just kind of come to them if they take a step back. They've tried going after their dreams and it's not always worked out for them. They have a very different opinion of how to go after what they want than you do. And decision making might be hard between the two of you when it comes to the big stuff because you both have very specific opinions about how you want things to go. I would seek out a third party person who can impartially listen and help you guys come to some kind of agreement. They're going to kind of get on to you about not taking a breather in life, and you're going to get on to them for not having enough ambition. I can see how you guys really, really balance each other out. So I understand why you guys found each other and what makes this relationship so important. So what does keep the passion burning in your relationship? The Page of Pentacles reversed. There are a lot of pentacles in this reading, so I can tell that the main focus in your life is to teach each other about security and stability. You're supposed to learn how to feel safe again as a couple. They get turned on by your ability to thoroughly make a plan, and you really enjoy how they ask you to take a load off from now and again when you forget to do that for yourself. Self-care is important. Don't neglect it. There's my little plug there. I'm thinking you both have earth signs in your sun, moon, or rising. Like you might have Capricorn, Virgo, and they kind of have some sort of Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. So it's good that you both have these sort of earth energies to find some common ground in understanding each other. It's like you're enough opposite for it to be interesting, interesting, but then you have enough similarities to really be able to still communicate and understand each other. Those are all the messages I'm getting for you, group number 5. If this video resonates with you, go ahead and give it a like. Comment down below on what your sun, moon, and rising sign are. I'd love to know if I'm right on that. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more pick a card videos, as well as monthly horoscope readings, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, group number 6, if you picked the quartz, then this reading is all about your future spouse. I'm going to start off by using the astro dice so we can get a better understanding of what your future spouse's sun, moon, or rising sign might be. We've got the 8th house here, which is ruled by Scorpio, Neptune, which is ruled by Pisces, and Virgo. So their sun, moon, or rising sign would be Virgo, Pisces, or Scorpio, or some kind of combination of those things. What's their personality going to be like? The King of Pentacles. They bring a much more masculine energy to the relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean they're a man. They just have a more natural masculine vibe to them. They're very business minded, probably an earth sign. Also, Scorpios can be pretty ambitious too. So that Virgo Scorpio blend might be a very real possibility for them. They are either wealthy already or they're on their way to wealth, and they're a very dependable, principled person. They stick by their ideals. So now we're going to look at their appearance, starting with their hair color. The choices are gray, red, blonde, black, brown, and dark brown. All right, it landed on gray hair, and let's see what eye color they might have. Gray hair and green eye. I'm also wondering if gray hair could be like really, really light blonde. Anyway, what's going to be going on in your life whenever you meet them? The Hierophant reversed. This is going to be a time in your life when you're just sort of sowing your wild oats, so to speak, even though I hate that term, but you're rebelling from what you once knew and you're trying a bunch of new things. You start spreading your wings a little bit, and by doing it, it really catches their eye. It's possible that you already know the person that you're going to marry, but until you really start coming into your own, they don't really think of you in a romantic kind of way. But what do they end up loving about you? The fox. They find you not only to be intelligent, but you're also able to communicate your thoughts clearly as well. This is just not a common combination in a person. Someone will be highly intelligent but struggling in social norms. They're very good at communication, but it's kind of like hot air moving around. The fact that you have both just really intrigues them. They see you as long-term goals and they know you're going to be loyal to them. They find you so charismatic that they have to add you to the many accomplishments that they've already gained. So what do you need to do to open up your heart and be able to receive them? You need to love yourself. Love that. That's such a beautiful message. You have to release the idea that you need to be perfect and just love yourself anyways, faults and all. Book to this oracle actually recommends making a self-esteem jar where on a good day you write down all the things you love about yourself. It's okay to phone a friend and ask them to add some compliments in for you. It's really hard to fill up a whole jar of compliments, at least for myself anyways. And then when you're having a bad day, go and pull one of those slips of paper out of there, and it will really help get you out of this negative spiral of negative self-talk. Practice sending warm, loving breaths to your heart while you put your hands on your heart and feeling how the love flows in and out of your heart as you breathe. Those things are really going to open up that heart chakra. What are you guys going to argue about the most as a couple? The Magician reversed. The majority of your arguments start when someone's not opening up or being as honest as they need to be, and miscommunications happen without the other party even knowing what's going on. Sometimes we lie to our partners as to not hurt them, but if we hold these things inside and let them fester into resentment, then they're going to just like explode out of you like an unstoppable freight train. So instead, politely discuss these issues when there's small things weighing on your brain instead of these large, overwhelming issues. What's going to keep the passion in your relationship burning? the King of Cups. Maintaining a balance of intellectual discussion and open hearted sharing is what fuels the flames in your relationship. Both of you have this tendency to not process your emotions. So, in order to bring things out, try doing creative activities together. And this creates a more free flowing, communicative environment in general. These are all the messages I'm getting for you, group number 6. If this video resonates with you, go ahead and give it a like. Comment down below one thing that you love about yourself, and I will try to comment down one thing that I love about myself, because this is also something I struggle with. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like more pick a card videos, as well as monthly horoscope readings, and I will see you next time. Bye!